Have you ever wondered why being good always seems to hurt the most? Why the people who care deeply are the ones who end up betrayed, exhausted, or invisible? You keep helping, forgiving, showing empathy, yet somehow life keeps punishing you for it. This isn't bad luck, it's a design. The world doesn't break the cruel, it breaks the kind. Because those who lead with their heart in a world ruled by masks become easy targets for manipulation. Every time you choose compassion without awareness, you give power to those who don't deserve it. This video will show you the dark psychology behind goodness, why it drains your strength, why it attracts users, and how to stop being the victim of your own empathy. Because being good is beautiful, but being unguarded is dangerous. Centuries ago, one man dared to describe the world exactly as it is, not as we wish it to be. His name was Machiavelli. They called him evil, corrupt, heartless, but he was simply honest. He saw what most refused to see, that goodness had become a trap. Kings preached virtue while poisoning their rivals. Priests spoke of humility while drowning in gold. And the kind, the ones who gave, forgave, and loved without calculation, were the first to be destroyed. Machiavelli understood that morality had been twisted, not to uplift people, but to control them, to shame the strong into silence, to make the gentle doubt their own worth. He realized that good people aren't defeated by evil, they're defeated by illusion, by believing others will play by the same rules, by expecting gratitude from those who see kindness as weakness. So he wrote, not to teach cruelty, but to expose manipulation, not to praise darkness, but to arm the innocent. Because in a world built on masks, seeing clearly is the most dangerous power of all. Lesson 1: Mercy without strength is self-destructs. Forgiveness means nothing if it costs you your self-respect. We're taught that mercy is divine, but mercy given to freely turns sacred energy into a weakness others exploit. When someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries and you keep forgiving, you're not healing the situation, you're confirming their power over you. Think about the friend who keeps apologizing for disrespecting you, yet does it again. Each time you accept it without consequence, they lose respect, not gain it. Real mercy requires strength, the strength to say, I forgive you, but you no longer have access to me. Lesson 2: Kindness is a currency. Spend it with awareness. Kindness, like gold, loses value when flooded into the market. True kindness carries weight only when it's intentional, not automatic. The one who always helps, always says yes, becomes background noise, reliable, available, forgettable. At work, the person who picks up every extra task isn't admired, they're expected. In relationships, the partner who never says no isn't loved more, they're taken for granted. Kindness given without boundaries doesn't make you holy, it makes you invisible. Lesson 3: The world doesn't reward the honest, it rewards the useful. Honesty is a virtue, but in a society addicted to comfort, truth is treated like violence. People claim to want the truth, but what they crave is validation. When you speak truth that challenges someone's illusion, they won't thank you, they'll reject you. You've seen it. You tell a friend the hard truth about their toxic relationship, and suddenly, you become the villain. Honesty without strategy isolates the truth teller. So speak truth, yes, but learn when and how to speak it. Truth without timing is just noise. Lesson 4: Silence is not peace, it's permission. Many confuse the absence of conflict with peace, when in fact, it's often the quiet before self-betrayal. Staying silent to keep the peace trains others to believe your boundaries are negotiable. You become the easy one, the one who absorbs discomfort so no one else has to. In families, it's the person who never complains that ends up carrying everyone's emotional weight. True peace is not the absence of tension, it's the presence of self-respect. Lesson 5: To protect others, you must first be capable of danger. Goodness without power is fragile. A kind heart that can't defend itself isn't moral, it's vulnerable. Only those capable of harm can truly choose not to harm. Think of the lion who chooses not to attack, not because it's weak, but because it knows its strength. That's restraint, that's discipline. A parent who never sets firm boundaries doesn't raise kindness, they raise chaos. Be gentle, but let the world feel that you could bite if you needed to. That's respect. Lesson 6: Generosity without boundaries creates parasites. You think you're helping, but often you're enabling. The world has a strange way of punishing the generous. Once your giving becomes predictable, it stops being kindness and becomes duty. They stop asking can you and start assuming you will. Look at your own life. The friend who only calls when they need something. The co-worker who always forgets their responsibility because they know you'll cover it. Generosity without boundaries doesn't build connection. It breeds dependency. Help those who try to help themselves. Let the rest face the lesson you've already learned. Lesson 7. The kind attract the broken, and the broken often destroy what heals them. Empaths are magnets for chaos, not by accident, but by design. Your light draws those who have forgotten their own. But not everyone who seeks healing actually wants to heal. Some only want to be comforted in their dysfunction. You'll meet people who feed on your patience, your time, your understanding. They'll tell you how much you mean to them, yet drain you until you're empty. You can love deeply without losing yourself, but it takes one brutal truth. You can't save someone who benefits from staying broken. Lesson 8. Never let your goodness become your identity. The moment people define you as the nice one, you stop existing as a human being and become a function, the one who fixes, forgives, absorbs. You wear the mask of the good person until it becomes a cage. At first, it feels noble. Then, it becomes heavy. You start saying it's okay when it isn't. You start smiling when you want to scream. Goodness should be a choice, not a personality trait. Because the more you rely on being good to be loved, the more you'll attract those who only love you for what you give. Look around you. The game Machiavelli saw centuries ago never ended. It just changed its costume. The thrones became offices, the crowns became logos, and the courtiers now smile through screens. But the rules are exactly the same. You see it at work, the kind one who always stays late, doing the tasks no one else wants. They call them a team player. But when promotions come, they're overlooked, replaced by someone louder, bolder, colder. Because the world doesn't reward effort, it rewards perception. And the quiet ones, the good ones, the ones who believe in fairness, they become the foundation others step on to climb. You see it in relationships. The one who loves deeper always loves longer. The one who forgives first always gets hurt twice. You give your heart thinking it will inspire loyalty, but in reality, it teaches comfort. And comfort breeds neglect. They stop fighting to keep you because they know you'll never leave. You see it online, too. The performance of virtue has replaced virtue itself. People don't want to be good. They want to appear good. They post about kindness, compassion, mental health, while tearing others apart in private. Morality has become marketing. And the most dangerous people are not the openly cruel. They're the ones who hide their manipulation behind words like love, peace, and empathy. Even in families, the responsible one, the reliable one, the strong one, always ends up carrying everyone else's chaos. You're the shoulder everyone cries on, but when you fall apart, no one notices, because you train them to believe you don't need help. That's the modern version of the same old deception Machiavelli saw. Goodness without awareness still gets weaponized. Only now it wears perfume, hashtags, and smiles. But here's the truth. The world hasn't become darker. It's just become better at pretending to be light. And if you want to survive it, you must see the difference between being good and being blind. Because kindness is not weakness, unless it's given to those who feed on it. Love is not foolish, unless it's spent on those who use it as leverage. And forgiveness isn't healing, unless it's followed by wisdom. This isn't cynicism, it's clarity. And clarity doesn't kill goodness, it purifies it. Maybe the problem was never that you were too good. Maybe the problem was that you believed everyone else was too. You thought your kindness would be mirrored, that what you gave would return in equal measure. But life doesn't work in reflections, it works in lessons. Every betrayal was a teacher. Every heartbreak, a mirror. Every silence you tolerated, a map showing exactly where you abandoned yourself. You kept asking, why do I keep getting hurt? But the real question was, why do I keep giving to people who show me they can't hold it? That's not weakness, that's blindness. And blindness is not healed by love, it's healed by clarity. Because clarity is power in its purest form. It's not loud, not angry, not cruel. It's the quiet voice inside that says, I see you, I understand you. but you can no longer have access to me. Clarity doesn't harden your heart, it cleans it. It removes the fantasy that people will change just because you love them. It frees you from waiting for apologies that will never come. And it allows you to give without bleeding, to forgive without forgetting, to care without collapsing. The truth is, you don't lose your light when you see the dark. You just learn how to protect it. So stop trying to be endlessly good. Start trying to be aware. Because awareness makes kindness stronger. Awareness turns pain into precision. And awareness is the only thing that keeps goodness from becoming your prison. Maybe goodness was never the goal after all. Maybe the real goal was to finally see. You were never wrong for being good. The world just taught you that goodness without armor is invitation, not virtue. That mercy without strength is weakness disguised as morality. You've spent your life proving you're kind. Now prove you're aware. Because kindness that doesn't protect itself will always serve those who know how to use it. Stop letting people mistake your silence for acceptance. Stop confusing endurance with patience. Stop carrying relationships, jobs, and situations that only exist because you refuse to let them fall. The world will never stop testing your softness, but you can decide what deserves it. You can give without losing. You can love without surrendering. You can be light without letting yourself burn. Power isn't cruelty. Power is self-respect. It's the quiet certainty that you no longer need to beg to be seen, that you no longer bleed to be valued, that you no longer hide your strength just to keep the peace. So be good, but never harmless. Be gentle, but not naive. Be loving, but not blind. Because true goodness doesn't beg to be recognized. It stands unshaken, unbent, and untouchable. And the moment you understand that, you stop surviving this world and start commanding it.